In the heart of Brazil, not the lush Amazon, but another world, arid, scorched, and radiant like an eternal flame. Here, rain comes only a few months each year. The rest of the time, it's thirst, it's cracks, it's searing heat. Yet, in this seemingly inhospitable harshness, life erupts in its own unique way. Plants grow low, their woody, twisted forms resisting fire. Animals move by night, silently evading predators and heat. All adapt, all evolve, not to conquer, but to survive. Cerrado needs no dense forest canopy. It is a stark savanna, a labyrinth of survival ingenuity, a place where every creature, no matter how small, carries the ancient code of resilience. Welcome to the secret realm where life rises from ashes in the animal documentary, Cerrado, Secrets of the Hidden Savanna. Deep in Brazil, where endless grasslands blend with sparse, quiet woodlands, a unique ecosystem silently tells a story of life. This is the Cerrado, a vast expanse stretching across states like Goiás, Mato Grosso, and Minas Gerais, weaving through gentle hills and touching Bolivia and Paraguay. The Cerrado is not just land, it is South America's beating heart, an ecological lifeline nourishing mighty rivers like the Amazon and São Francisco. Born to live with fire, it pulses with vitality, where thousands of species compose a symphony of resilience. Picture a landscape carved from ancient rock, where red earth challenges all forms of life. Perched on a sturdy plateau, the Cerrado has been sculpted by millions of years into a biological marvel. It is home to countless plant species, many found nowhere else on Earth, alongside hundreds of birds, mammals, reptiles, and insects. All are woven into a delicate ecological web, where every creature, from a tiny insect to the majestic jaguar, plays an irreplaceable role. The Cerrado is a story of life, adaptation, and triumph over adversity. Here, fire is not a destroyer, but part of nature's rhythm. Each dry season, from May to September, the land faces scorching heat and natural fires that sweep across the grasslands, leaving a canvas of ash. But when the first rains of the wet season arrive, from October to April, the Cerrado awakens. Barren fields burst into green, shallow streams, sparkle anew, and thousands of species begin a new cycle of life. Rain is the lifeblood, flowing through every branch, blade of grass, and heartbeat of creatures like the maned wolf or capybara. Though far from the ocean, the Cerrado is a vast natural reservoir. Many of Brazil's great rivers are born here, sustaining millions of creatures and people across South America. Beneath the surface, underground streams quietly orchestrate a complex hydrological system, like a network of veins nourishing the continent. The Cerrado is more than an ecosystem. It is a living force, the foundation for surrounding forests, grasslands, and communities. Step into the Cerrado, and you'll feel the pulse of life. It's the wind rustling through tall grasses, the murmur of streams in the woods, and the soft tread of a jaguar, its golden eyes gleaming in the sunset. The maned wolf, with its fiery fur and slender legs, moves silently, its large ears catching every sound, from rustling leaves to the scurry of small prey. The greater rhea, South America's giant bird, strides across the grasslands, its wings like rudders for sudden turns. And the capybara, the world's largest rodent, glides through wetlands, balancing the aquatic ecosystem with its diet of grasses and water plants. The Cerrado is not only home to wildlife, but also to indigenous communities. The Crajo, Chavante, Bororo, and Tapir, who have lived in harmony with nature for thousands of years. Their rituals, from moonlit dances to herbal remedies, testify to a deep bond with the earth. In Bororo villages, ceremonies honor nature, blending fire and smoke with ancient songs. The Tapir preserve traditional medicines, using plants to heal and protect their communities. In Minas Gerais, the Geraises celebrate the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, a unique fusion of Catholicism and indigenous beliefs. Their dances, music, and crafts are vessels of ancestral wisdom, passed down through generations, just as the Cerrado passes down life over millennia. Yet the Cerrado is no tranquil haven. It is a battleground where life faces relentless challenges. The dry season brings searing heat and natural fires, but these flames spark rebirth. Plants with thick bark and deep roots have learned to endure, sprouting stronger after each blaze. Species like the jaguar, maned wolf, and toko toucan have evolved unique strategies to survive the dry months, from hunting in water to seeking out scarce springs. When the rains return, the Cerrado explodes with life. Green fields revive, rivers swell, and creatures begin a new cycle of reproduction, as if the entire ecosystem takes a deep breath after months of hardship. The Cerrado is a lesson in resilience. Every creature, from the vibrant toko toucan with its colorful beak to the giant anteater with its long tongue, carries a story of adaptation. Every tree, stream, and hill is part of a larger tapestry where life fights to endure. Join us in this animal documentary about the Cerrado, where fire and water, life and death, humanity and nature intertwine in a grand symphony. This is the story of a land born to live with fire, yet forever brimming with life. In the golden blaze of sunset, where the endless grasslands of the Cerrado blend with the quiet, sparse forests, a shadow glides past, silent, yet brimming with power. This is the jaguar, the king of the Cerrado ecosystem, the embodiment of strength and resilience in a land born to live with fire. With its uniquely patterned rosetted coat, eyes cold and fierce like smoldering embers, and steps that make no sound, the jaguar is more than a predator. It is life incarnate, the soul of the Cerrado, where every leap, every glance tells a story of adaptation and survival. Picture yourself standing beside a shallow stream in the Cerrado, sunlight glittering across the water's surface. Around you, tall grasses stand dry and brittle after months of drought, the scorching heat having turned this land into a silent sea of fire. Suddenly, you sense an unusual stillness, no birdsong, no rustling leaves. Then, from within the brush, the jaguar emerges, a muscular body, nearly 5.6 feet in length and weighing close to 200 pounds, moves like a shadow. Its coat, with large rosettes encircling dark spots, blends seamlessly with the dappled light of the open woodland. No prey senses its presence until it is far too late. The jaguar is the largest cat in the Americas, an apex predator with a bite force unmatched even by lions or tigers when measured relative to body size. Its signature killing method is the skull-piercing bite, a hunting technique unique among big cats. As it stalks, its body presses low to the ground, every muscle taut like a coiled spring. Golden eyes lock onto the target, perhaps a capybara drinking at the water's edge, or an armadillo digging into the red earth. Then, in a single heartbeat, the jaguar explodes forward, striking with a bite powerful enough to shatter a capybara's skull or crack open the shell of an Amazon river turtle. This is not mere brute force. It is a survival strategy honed over millions of years in the unforgiving landscapes of the Cerrado. The Cerrado, with its long dry seasons and natural wildfires, is a land of extremes, but the jaguar has mastered it. During the dry months, when water is scarce and the grasslands turn to dust, the jaguar ventures into the remaining streams. It is an adept swimmer, capable of diving to chase prey underwater, even using its tail to stir the surface and lure fish within reach. On land, it climbs with the agility of an acrobat. Sharp claws and powerful limbs carry it high into the branches, where it can ambush from above or rest in the shade to escape the blistering heat. This versatility makes the jaguar one of the most adaptable predators on Earth, able to hunt across open savannas, sparse forests, and wetlands alike. Yet the jaguar is far more than a hunter. It is a keystone species in the Cerrado. By regulating populations of capybara, pampas deer, and armadillo, it prevents overgrazing and keeps plant life in balance. Each prey species, from small rodents to larger mammals, plays its role in the intricate food web. When the jaguar takes down a capybara, aquatic plants, the rodent's primary food, get a chance to regenerate. When it hunts pampas deer, the grasslands are spared from overbrowsing. In this way, the jaguar doesn't just survive, it shapes the ecosystem itself, like a conductor guiding a grand symphony of life. As mist lingers over the grasslands and the first light filters through the canopy, the jaguar begins its solitary patrol. Unlike lions that live in prides or cheetahs that hunt in coalitions, the jaguar prefers solitude. A male's territory can span vast distances, sometimes twice the size of a female's, and often overlaps with those of several females. Rarely will two males meet face to face. They avoid conflict, marking their boundaries with scent and deep claw marks on tree trunks. Only in the breeding season do jaguars seek each other out, their low growls and gentle chuffing sounding like whispers shared between old companions in the dark. The jaguar's adaptability lies not only in its physical might, but also in its intelligence. In the dry season, when prey is scarce, it seizes every opportunity. It can hunt from the trees, dropping like lightning onto unsuspecting victims. It can wade into wetlands where capybaras and caimans gather. One remarkable behavior is its ability to fish, lying motionless by the stream's edge, swishing its tail to attract curious fish before striking with unerring precision. This versatility ensures its survival through the harshest months and cements its status as the undisputed apex predator of the Cerrado. As a warrior of the Cerrado, the jaguar carries profound cultural meaning. Across ancient civilizations, from the Aztec to the Maya, it has been a symbol of power, immortality, and connection to the spiritual world. In the Cerrado, the vision of a jaguar crossing a moonlit river has become a living emblem of balance, a reminder that even in the harshest landscapes, there exists a deep, deliberate order shaped by nature itself. For indigenous communities such as the Crajo and Bororo, the jaguar is more than an animal. It is a spirit, a guardian of forests and grasslands, bearing the strength of Mother Earth within its soul. In this animal documentary, if the jaguar is the regal monarch, ruling the Cerrado with strength and boldness, then the maned wolf is the solitary wanderer, carrying an air of mystery and quiet resilience. With a fiery red coat, long, slender legs like those of a deer, and large upright ears attuned to every sound, the maned wolf is more than just an animal. It is the soul of the Cerrado, a symbol of adaptation, where each step tells a story of life in a harsh land. Standing about 3 feet at the shoulder and weighing around 50 pounds, the maned wolf is a truly unique creature, neither fully wolf nor fox. It belongs to a distinct evolutionary branch within the Canidae family, standing alone for millions of years. Its crimson fur, accented with black on the legs and white on the throat, blends seamlessly with the Cerrado's tall grasslands, where light and shadow intertwine. Its long, stilt-like legs allow it to stride through dense grass and traverse arid plains without leaving a trace. Its large, sensitive ears swivel independently, catching even the faintest sounds, from the rustle of leaves to the subtle movements of hidden prey. Its sense of smell is equally extraordinary, detecting the scent of prey or ripe fruit from miles away, acting as a natural radar guiding it across the vast plains. In the Cerrado, where the dry season can turn grasslands into a silent sea of fire, the maned wolf has mastered survival through remarkable adaptability. Unlike the jaguar, with its skull-crushing bite, the maned wolf is not a fierce predator. Instead, it is an opportunist, with an omnivorous diet that blends animal and plant foods. In the dry season, when green vegetation is scarce, it turns to wolf apples, a juicy, fibrous fruit that can make up nearly half of its diet. This fruit not only provides hydration, but also helps protect the wolf from parasites, an intelligent survival strategy in a challenging environment. Unlike the jaguar, which prefers to stalk prey in the shadows by water, the maned wolf favors the soft light of dawn and dusk, when a golden haze drapes the Cerrado. It leads a solitary life, avoiding humans and even other maned wolves. A single wolf's territory can span dozens of miles, marked with scent from droppings in urine, a quiet declaration of presence. Its communication is equally distinctive, a deep, booming roar bark that echoes across the grasslands at night, serving as both a greeting to distant wolves and a warning to avoid conflict, maintaining peace in solitude. Breeding season arrives at the end of the rainy season, when the grasslands are lush and food is plentiful. After mating, the female carries her young for about 2 months, giving birth to 2 to 5 tiny, fluffy pups weighing less than a pound. These pups are cared for in shallow dens or beneath low shrubs, with both parents taking turns bringing food. Unlike many other canids, maned wolves do not hunt in packs. The male and female live separately, meeting only to breed, yet both play vital roles in raising the next generation. The pups, with their round eyes and fuzzy coats, symbolize continuity and hope for the species' survival in the Cerrado. The maned wolf's adaptations go beyond its diet and long legs. Its physiology is equally remarkable. Its nose, lined with millions of olfactory receptors, can detect the faintest environmental changes, from the aroma of a ripe wolf apple to the subtle trail of a mouse hundreds of feet away. Its eyes, optimized for low light, make it an efficient hunter at dusk and dawn. Its thick coat, especially the black mane-like strip along its neck, not only serves as a signature feature, but also provides insulation during the cold nights of the dry season, when temperatures can drop sharply. These traits, combined with behavioral flexibility, allow the maned wolf not only to survive, but to thrive in a land where life is constantly tested. In the indigenous cultures of the Cerrado, the maned wolf holds special meaning. For the Crajo and Bororo peoples, the image of a maned wolf gliding through the grass under moonlight, its red coat blazing like fire, has become part of folklore. It is seen as a silent guardian, a spirit of nature, a symbol of persistence and harmony with the earth. Unlike the jaguar's fierce presence, the maned wolf carries a gentle beauty, a quiet yet profound presence, reminding us that even the most solitary beings can shape the fate of a vast ecosystem. The great Rhea is a tireless wanderer, gliding across the grasslands with speed and freedom. With legs like sharpened blades, silver-gray plumage that blends into the hazy light, and wings like small sails, the great Rhea is the star of the Cerrado Plains. A creature that carries the spirit of the wind, always ready to race against the challenges of this harsh land. Standing between 4 and 5.6 feet tall and weighing 50 to 80 pounds, the greater Rhea is the largest bird in the Americas, a flightless marvel built for speed and agility. Its silky gray-brown feathers allow it to vanish among the dry grasses, where sun and shadow weave a natural tapestry. Its long, powerful legs are a precision machine, propelling it at speeds up to 37 miles per hour, sprinting across open fields to escape the claws of jaguars or pumas. Its wings, though useless for flight, are expert tools for balance, spreading like sails as it makes sharp turns, creating a dance of speed across the Cerrado grasslands. The Cerrado is a land of extremes, dry seasons scorched by sweeping fires, and rainy seasons that flood the lowlands into temporary wetlands. In this challenging environment, the greater Rhea has honed remarkable survival skills. An omnivore, it feeds on young grasses, seeds, leaves, insects, lizards, and even small snakes. During the dry season, when green plants all but vanish, it uses its pointed beak to dig for hidden seeds beneath the red earth, or to probe for insects in tree crevices. In the wet season, the greater Rhea becomes an accomplished swimmer, an unusual trait for a flightless bird. It wades through shallow waters, strong legs pushing its body through mud to find aquatic plants or stranded insects. This swimming ability not only expands its feeding range, but also provides escape routes when grasslands flood. Proof that it is not only a fast runner, but also a versatile explorer. The greater Rhea doesn't just survive, it plays a vital role in the Cerrado ecosystem. Its varied diet helps control insect and plant populations, preventing certain grasses from overrunning the plains. Seeds from the plants it consumes, once digested, are dispersed far and wide, sprouting in new areas and bringing life back to lands scarred by fire. Its endless journeys across grasslands and wetlands make it a natural seed sower, helping regenerate the Cerrado much like the maned wolf spreads wolf apple seeds. Every step of the greater Rhea is a brushstroke in the vast living canvas of the Cerrado, sustaining the region's biodiversity. Greater Rheas live in small groups of 5 to 30, forming loose-knit communities where each member stays alert to danger. Unlike the solitary maned wolf, the greater Rhea draws strength from loose cooperation. When a jaguar or puma appears, the flock scatters in different directions, confusing the predator. Their sharp eyes, set on the sides of their heads, give them nearly 360-degree vision, allowing them to detect threats from afar. This behavior not only protects the group, but also helps the greater rhea maintain its presence in the open fields, where danger is ever present. The greater rhea's physiology is a masterpiece of adaptation. Its long legs, with 3 powerful toes, are designed for speed and endurance, allowing it to cover great distances without tiring. Its digestive system can process both fibrous plants and protein-rich insects, ensuring survival through lean, dry months. Its large eyes give it a wide field of vision, aiding in both predator detection and foraging. Its thin plumage helps regulate body temperature in the Cerrado's heat by day and in its chilly nights, when temperatures can swing dramatically. In the indigenous cultures of the Cerrado, the greater rhea holds a special place. For the Xavante and Bororo peoples, the sight of a flock running across the plains, wings spread like sails, symbolizes freedom and harmony with nature. Their feathers are often used in ceremonies, from adorning clothing to crafting ornaments, honoring the connection between people and land. Not as regal as the jaguar or as mysterious as the maned wolf, the greater rhea embodies a simple beauty and an adventurous spirit, a reminder that life in the Cerrado is an unending race. If the greater rhea is the adventurer racing across the grasslands, the jaguar the shadowed king, and the maned wolf the solitary wanderer, then the capybara is the gentle companion, embodying the spirit of unity and peace. The largest rodent in the world, the capybara lives in close-knit communities where every member is part of an extended family, facing the Cerrado's challenges together. Measuring about 4 feet in length and weighing between 80 and 150 pounds, the capybara may appear slow, yet it carries surprising strength. Its coarse, light brown fur blends seamlessly into the wetlands and muddy grasslands of the Cerrado. Small eyes set high on its head, along with tiny ears and strategically placed nostrils, allow the capybara to submerge while still keeping watch and breathing with ease. Its short but sturdy legs, equipped with webbed toes, make it an adept swimmer, gliding through marshes as comfortably as it moves on land. Groups of 10 to 20 often gather by streams or wetlands, sharing food, protecting one another, and basking together under the Cerrado sun. The capybara has developed a unique semi-aquatic lifestyle, making it one of the Cerrado's best adapted inhabitants. During the dry season, when water sources shrink, they congregate around the last remaining wetlands, diving to feed on aquatic plants like watergrasses and duckweed. Their wide mouths, armed with sharp incisors, are designed to shear through tough vegetation, maintaining a fiber-rich diet even when the grasslands wither. In the rainy season, when the Cerrado is flooded with heavy downpours, the capybara truly thrives. They swim through newly formed marshes, their webbed feet pushing them effortlessly through the water. They can dive several feet deep, hold their breath for minutes, and resurface with a mouthful of grass, like seasoned divers. This behavior not only aids in feeding, but also offers an escape from predators such as jaguars and caimans that stalk the water's edge. When danger nears, the entire group plunges into the water, sending out rippling waves, using confusion as a collective defense strategy. Capybaras do more than survive here. They help shape the Cerrado ecosystem. As grazers, they play a crucial role in controlling aquatic vegetation, preventing overgrowth of water plants and duckweed that could choke streams and wetlands. By keeping waterways clear, they support fish, waterfowl, and aquatic insects. Their nutrient-rich droppings act as natural fertilizer, helping riparian plants flourish and aiding in ecosystem recovery after wildfires. They are also a vital link in the Cerrado's food web. Favored prey for jaguars, caimans, and even harpy eagles, capybaras help sustain predator populations, ensuring ecological balance. Yet their greatest strength lies in community. When one detects a threat, it emits a loud bark-like call, an alarm that sends the group splashing into water or scattering to confuse attackers. This unity not only protects the herd, but reinforces the stability of an ecosystem where every species has its role. Capybara life revolves around family. Unlike the solitary man-eared wolf or loosely bound greater rhea flocks, capybaras form tight social units led by a dominant male, several females, and their young. The alpha male, often larger and more aggressive, stands guard, ready to sound the alarm at any sign of danger. Within the group, they communicate through a chorus of sounds, from soft purr-like whistles to deep grunts, a language of cohesion that helps coordinate feeding and escape responses. Breeding occurs year-round, but peaks in the rainy season when food is abundant. After a 5-month gestation, females give birth to 2 to 8 young, each weighing about 2 pounds, able to walk and swim within hours of birth. The young are raised communally, with other females in the group assisting, an extended family network. These fluffy, wide-eyed youngsters quickly learn to graze and swim, integrating seamlessly into the herd. This shared parenting is key to maintaining population numbers in the Cerrado's unpredictable conditions. In the indigenous cultures of the Cerrado, capybaras are cherished as symbols of harmony and community. For the Tapir and Jerez peoples, the sight of a herd gathered by a stream, sharing food and watching over one another, is a lesson in unity. Their hides and fur are sometimes used in crafts such as bags or rugs, and in ceremonial contexts as a way of honoring the connection between people and nature. Not as fierce as the jaguar or as swift as the greater rhea, the capybara carries a simple beauty and a peaceful spirit. A reminder that life in the Cerrado is not only about struggle, but also about sharing. The Toko toucan, giant anteater, and yakar caiman, together with the jaguar, maned wolf, and capybara, are unique pieces of the Cerrado's ecological puzzle. Each species, with its own specialized adaptations, plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of this vast biome. The Toko toucan, with its vivid bill, spreads seeds, bringing green life back to the open forests after fires. The giant anteater, with its remarkable tongue, controls insect populations, protecting soil and vegetation from damage. The yakare caiman, through the creation of caiman holes, provides life-saving refuges during the dry season, alongside the jaguar controlling prey numbers, the maned wolf dispersing seeds, and the capybara maintaining aquatic vegetation. Each is an irreplaceable link, keeping the Cerrado alive through its most extreme seasons. The Toko toucan is the Cerrado's messenger of color, bringing vibrant beauty and its distinctive calls to the land. With a bill nearly 8 inches long, bright as a tropical painting, it is a living emblem of vitality, a creature that brings brightness even to the harshest days. About 2 feet long and weighing 1.5 pounds, it is the largest member of the toucan family. Instantly recognizable by its massive orange, yellow, and red bill. Despite its size, the bill is surprisingly light due to its hollow structure, helping regulate body temperature during the blistering dry season. In these months of scarcity, the Toco toucan flits between treetops, plucking ripe fruits, from wolf apples to small berries. With its elongated beak, agile in short flights, it leaps between trees spaced dozens of feet apart in search of food in the open woodlands. In the wet season, it takes advantage of the abundance, using its bill to catch large beetles or pick up fallen seeds. Its survival isn't just about the bill. Sharp eyesight helps it spot fruit from afar, while its raspy, croaking calls, resembling a whistle, serve as courtship songs and warnings to the flock. During wildfires in the dry season, Toco toucans retreat to high branches, away from the flames. In the rains, they become master seed dispersers, carrying the seeds of countless fruits to new corners of the woodland, ensuring regrowth after harsh months. Each flight is a brushstroke of color across the Cerrado sky, keeping its ecosystem vibrant. Farther out in the grasslands, where dry stalks sway in the wind, a strange creature moves with deliberate slowness, its long nose close to the ground. The giant anteater, with its elongated muzzle like a natural vacuum hose, is the Cerrado's cleaner, a creature whose unusual form hides an essential role. Lacking the toucan's colors, it wears its own unique beauty, shaggy fur and a sweeping tail like a living broom brushing the grasslands. Measuring around 6 feet from snout to tail and weighing up to 90 pounds, the giant anteater is a perfect insect hunting machine. Its long, narrow muzzle houses a 2-foot tongue, capable of flicking out 150 times per minute to lap up ants and termites from deep within the earth. In the dry season, when insects retreat into their hardened nests, the anteater uses its 4-inch, dagger-like claws to tear through termite mounds as tough as stone. Each day, it can consume tens of thousands of insects, keeping their populations in check and preventing overgrazing of vegetation. In the wet season, when grasslands flood, it moves to higher ground, guided by its powerful sense of smell to locate nests in the damp soil. Its adaptations are remarkable. Thick fur shields it from both the heat and cold nights of the Cerrado, while its bushy tail doubles as a blanket when it curls up to sleep in hollows or under trees. Despite its slow pace, the giant anteater is far from defenseless. When threatened by a jaguar or puma, it rears up on its hind legs, slashing with claws sharp enough to cause serious injury. By controlling insect populations, it protects the plants and soil, acting as a quiet guardian of the Cerrado's balance. Along the Cerrado's streams and wetlands, where sunlight shatters on the surface like shards of glass, a pair of eyes break the water's stillness. The yacaré caiman, armored and cold-eyed, is the waterborne stalker of the Cerrado, an ancient predator perfectly adapted to this environment. Unlike the giant anteater of the grasslands or the toucan in the canopy, the yacaré caiman rules the waters, an indispensable link in the ecosystem. Measuring between 5 and 8 feet long and weighing up to 130 pounds, the Yacaré caiman thrives in the Cerrado's seasonal extremes. In the dry months, when streams shrink or vanish, it digs caiman holes, small water refuges where it shelters and preserves water. These oases not only sustain the caiman, but also provide life-saving habitats for fish, capybaras, and other species during the harshest months. When the rains return, the Yacaré caiman glides through flooded marshes, hunting fish, frogs, and even young capybaras, clamping down with its sharp-toothed jaws. Its seasonal strategy is its greatest asset. In the dry season, it slows its metabolism, conserving energy in its self-made pools. In the wet season, it becomes a swift, powerful hunter, its muscular tail propelling it through the water. The Yacaré caiman also regulates aquatic life, preventing fish or frog populations from overwhelming the ecosystem. The very pools it digs serve as unexpected gifts, life-preserving reservoirs in the dry season, sustaining the Cerrado until the rains return. Under the silver light of the moon, where the Cerrado's grasslands blend with scattered woodlands, the sound of drums rises, mingling with the deep, rhythmic songs of the Cerrado, Xavante, and Bororo peoples. These indigenous communities are the soul of this land, people who have lived in harmony with nature for thousands of years, bound to the earth in a relationship of profound respect. The Cerrado, Xavante, and Bororo are not merely residents of the Cerrado. They are its storytellers, its guardians, with every ritual and song serving as a tribute to the natural world. The Cerrado, living along the meandering rivers of the Cerrado, hold seasonal ceremonies marking the transition between dry and wet seasons. On moonlit nights, they gather around a fire, wearing greater rhea feather ornaments, and sing ancestral songs about how their forebears learned to survive wildfires. The Xavante, whose villages lie in the vast open grasslands, conduct initiation rites for young men, sending them into the forest to prove their connection with the natural world. The Bororo, known for their longhouses built from wood and palm leaves, host festivals honoring Mother Earth, dancing to drum beats as a way of giving thanks to creatures like the capybara or the maned wolf, animals that share the land with them. These rituals are not simply traditions, they are bridges between people and nature. In every dance, every song, the indigenous people tell the story of how they learned to live in balance with the Cerrado. From planting crops in tune with the rains, to refraining from hunting during animal breeding seasons. Often lasting from dusk until dawn, these ceremonies symbolize reverence, where humans see themselves not as masters of the Cerrado, but as part of it, sharing breath with its soil, waters, and fire. Besides shimmering streams and parched grasslands, the Cerrado, Xavante, and Bororo have developed a rich body of medicinal knowledge from Cerrado plants. With over 10,000 plant species, many found nowhere else on Earth. The Cerrado is a vast natural pharmacy, and the indigenous people are its skilled herbalists. The Cerrado use the bark of the piqui tree, a native species with golden fruit, to make remedies for pain relief and wound healing, boiling it into a bitter tea that lowers fever or soothes insect bites. The Xavante, deeply familiar with the grasslands, use the leaves of the barbatimao tree to create ointments for skin infections, harnessing its natural antibacterial properties. The Bororo, who live near wetlands, extract resin from the jatoba tree to to make tonics that strengthen the body and fend off illness during the damp, disease-prone rainy season. This knowledge is not only science, it is a spiritual heritage. Village healers, often the elders, pass it down through fireside storytelling, teaching the younger generations to identify medicinal plants by leaf shape, scent, or even the sound of wind in their branches. Every plant, from the smallest streamside herb to the tallest woodland tree, carries a story, a purpose, and a bond with the earth. These remedies do more than heal the body. They reinforce the human connection to the Cerrado, serving as a reminder that nature is both life-giver, teacher, and friend. Under the scorching sun of the Cerrado, where endless grasslands and shaded woodlands once thrived, vast stretches now lie bare, consumed by soybean fields and cattle pastures. If the Crajo, Chavante, and Bororo peoples are the soul of the Cerrado, then this land is now facing a storm that threatens to erase its natural heritage. More than 50% of the Cerrado's original area, about 386 million acres, has vanished due to agricultural expansion, with soybean plantations and cattle ranches stretching for hundreds of miles, replacing the home ranges of the maned wolf, giant anteater, and jaguar with barren ground. From 2001 to 2019, over 109,000 square miles were destroyed, primarily in the states of Tocantins, Maranhão, Mato Grosso, and Bahia, where industrial agriculture, particularly soy and livestock, accounts for 90% of deforestation. Wildfires pose another relentless threat, like a beast that never stops roaring. In 2024, Cerrado wildfires surged by 117%, fueled by climate change intensifying the dry season and deliberate burning to clear land. According to Brazil's National Institute for Space Research, ENPE, nearly 1.5 million fire outbreaks were recorded in 2019, and the number has continued to climb, with Tocantins and Maranhão among the hardest-hit states. These fires don't just burn grass and trees, they destroy the deep root systems that store up to 118 tons of carbon per acre, releasing hundreds of millions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, equivalent to the annual emissions of 50 million cars. The result is an ecological crisis. The Cerrado is home to 5% of the planet's biodiversity, with 200 mammal species, 860 bird species, and over 11,000 plant species. Nearly half found nowhere else. Yet 288 species, including the maned wolf, giant anteater, and jaguar, are now threatened with extinction, according to Brazil's Red Book of Threatened Fauna. Jaguars, once roaming freely across the grasslands, now appear only in scattered pockets, their numbers plummeting due to habitat loss. Giant anteaters, with their 2-foot tongues, are losing their termite mounds as grasslands give way to cropland. Maned wolves, with their long legs and signature roar bark, are being pushed into small, fragmented territories where finding wolf apples or small prey is a struggle. Without intervention, 137 species, including the giant armadillo, could vanish forever, according to the IUCN Red List. Water, known as Brazil's water tank, is also running dry. The Cerrado feeds 8 of Brazil's 12 major river basins. but a 2023 study found that rivers in the region have lost 15.4% of surface water since 1985. And the loss could rise to 34% by 2050 if deforestation continues. This decline threatens not only species like the Yacare caiman and capybara, but also millions of people who depend on Cerrado waters for drinking, farming, and daily life. Amid these threats, hope still flickers for the Cerrado, thanks to the tireless work of Brazil's government, conservation groups, and indigenous communities. Significant progress came in 2024, when environmental policies under President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva reduced deforestation by 57.2% compared to the previous year. Satellite-based fire monitoring programs, using real-time NPE data, have helped detect and extinguish fires earlier, limiting damage. Protected areas, such as Imas National Park, now serve as safe havens for the maned wolf, giant anteater, and jaguar, with over 8% of the Cerrado under protection, though this remains the lowest percentage of any major Brazilian ecosystem. The Cerrado Restoration Fund has become a guiding beacon, aiming to protect 43,000 acres and reduce 18 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions. The fund works with indigenous groups like the Cerrado and Chavante to replant native vegetation, restore grasslands, and safeguard wetlands. These projects not only revive habitats for species like the toco toucan and capybara, but also provide sustainable livelihoods for locals, from harvesting piqui fruit to developing ecotourism. Ecological corridors are another innovative solution, linking protected areas to create safe passageways for species like jaguars and maned wolves to move without being trapped by agricultural lands. GPS tracking technology is being used to monitor jaguar movements, helping conservationists better understand their habitat needs and prevent human-wildlife conflict. Small satellite collars send location data, allowing scientists to protect the cats from poaching and habitat encroachment. International organizations such as WWF also play a crucial role. WWF works with soy and beef producers to promote deforestation-free supply chains, aiming to end deforestation and land conversion by 2025. They also support indigenous and traditional communities, such as Babasu nutbreakers, in defending their territories from encroachment. Initiatives like the Tropical Forest Alliance 2020 are pushing major companies such as JBS and Marfrig to commit to full traceability and eliminate illegal deforestation from their supply chains by 2030. The Cerrado is the burning heart of South America, a savanna hidden in the shadow of the Amazon, yet playing an irreplaceable role, providing water, oxygen, and life for millions of beings. If the Cerrado disappears, it will not only be a scorched wasteland, but the entire living chain beneath it will collapse. You can help protect this mysterious savanna from the grip of exploitation, from fires no longer tamed by nature, but fueled by greed. Like this video, share this story of harsh survival from Ona Wild, animal documentary, and subscribe to join us in telling the wild stories that are slowly falling silent. Every share is a reminder that the Cerrado still lives. What will you do to protect this savanna before it turns to ash?